You ever have a day where no matter what you do, no matter the steps you take, the things that you like to listen to, the things that make you feel well in the day don't work? And what I mean by that is, for someone like myself, I like to listen to music, different types of music. I like to watch certain movies. I like to listen to stuff on YouTube. Just a multitude of things that can help me not deal with what the title said, which is stress. I have to tell you that today is not one of those days. I have been dealing with headaches. And I know it comes from stress. And this is why I say stress will end you, and you have to be very careful about this because during the demic or pandemic, because you have to watch what you say on the tube because they will block you for certain verbiage from what I've heard or seen before. But truth of the matter is that no matter how great you can make your day, some days are just hard to avoid. Well, how do you get out of it? I'm not no guru. I'm not going to play like I'm a guru. I'm not going to play like I have the answers because I don't. You know, even in my age, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still trying to come to the understanding of how to maneuver certain moments in my life where I just feel like things are impossible. During the pandemic, I can say for a surety, I had to go to the hospital. I just got furloughed from my job because I worked in travel. And working in travel, you know, once everything got laid down, you couldn't really do travel and stuff like that. They had to make a decision. And part of that decision was what steps you want to take. I can't speak on them because it's probably legality reasons. But I had to sit down for a while. And during that time, I started having heart issues. I had to go to the hospital. Well, not the hospital. I went to the doctor's. Told him I got a lot of pain in my chest. I've got a lot of headaches from trying to work out. I was working out, and every time I was trying to bench press, I would get these headaches that I've never felt in my entire life. Never felt them before. And I went to the hospital, did stress tests, did all of these things. Passed with flying colors. Had a heart monitor. All of this stuff passed with flying colors. And the doctor was like, all right, well, we done did all these tests and you passed flying colors. It was like, well, what else is going on? I told him flat out, hey, man, you know, I don't have my job right now. He was like, oh, man, it might be stress. I'm like, okay, cool. But I had to take these pills to help with my headaches, right? And I was like, well, maybe I need to change my diet. Change my diet. You know, I started figuring ways to get money to pay my bills. So I was like, okay, things are working. Things are making moves. I stopped taking them. And through all of that, the stress was able to be figured out and managed. Right now, I've been showing y'all videos of this progress with this house. I've started with how the house looked initially and how disgusting it was and how it was left and the reason is behind it. But going through this process to get this thing fixed up, to get it ready to put on the market, has been draining, has been tiresome, and to the point today, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was just worn out. I'm at the end of my rope on this, man, because typically when things happen, I can figure out a plan pretty quick. You know, I've been doing this for years, over a decade. Something happened, I'll be like, all right, give me a minute. All right, these are the steps I need to take. I can get this done. I can't think of a plan that's going to work. I can't. And it is blowing my mind that I really can't figure it out. Maybe I just need to take a rest. Once I go to sleep, I wake up, I'll probably feel better. Boom. Then I can kind of get back on the roll and on the ball of making this stuff happen. But right now, I cannot seem to figure a way out of this. And typically every night I call my mother, you know, because when I was younger, I didn't talk to my moms like that. But the older I get, I try to make sure that I call her every day, you know, because I work two jobs and I'm using these two jobs to stay afloat. And I busting my butt doing this, but I call her every night while I'm doing the second job. You know, chop it with her and things like that. But today I hit her up. I was like, hey, Mom, I just want to let you know, I don't feel like talking. I don't want to talk. I am very angry right now. I'm like, the stress has gotten to me. I've been having headaches for days. Every time something comes up with that house, I get, my heart rate goes up, and then I get a headache. And usually I'm able to subside it. I can find a way around it. You know, sometimes I'll even go to the bar, have some drinks, chop it up with people I know at the bar. And a couple days ago, I realized I was overcompensating, cracking a gang of jokes. I felt good, though. I had people laughing at me. I felt like I was like one of the greatest comedians on the planet, the way I was cracking these jokes and firing them off. Felt good. But then today, I got to deal with this house. And it just ruined everything. You know, got me thinking about choices I made over the years, things I have done to try to help people or try to make sure their life is straight. And I'm like, why did I do it? Well, I know why I did it. I was with the person. I wanted them to be straight. I wanted them and their children to be straight. That's why I made that decision. Because I could have been like, well, I can't help you. You know, you got to figure that out. But no, I did it because of the way I felt about that person at the time. And these are things that you have to understand. That's why I said in my other video, Protect Your Credit. You have to understand that when you make these moves for people, you can't expect them to behave like you. You can't. Because if you do, you will always be disappointed. And you have to prepare for the potentiality that they will not show up one day. And then you have to make moves that go against your better thought process of, no, man, you know, just figure a way to work it out. Well, I tried that, and it didn't work out like I thought it would. And I'm paying for it now. I'm working way more. Everything is at the edge. I'm like, things are going to break. Things are going to just falter. And then what do? You know? And I'm hoping that this video does something for somebody to understand that I don't believe that this is the end. But I'm at that point, and I know a lot of us get to that point. Doesn't matter race, creed, color, gender. Doesn't matter. I don't want to hear all of that crap about what race you are or whatever. It doesn't matter. You will hit a moment where that wall is there, and you have to figure out how you're going to burst through it. Right now, I am just angry. I am angry. I am livid. It is just so much stuff going through. And I didn't talk to certain people today because depending on what they said, might have made me lash out unnaturally for no reason. Something I could usually talk to. Oh, well, boom, boom, boom. No. I'm like this, and I ain't no, like, this is a stick of dynamite, right? And it ain't wet. There ain't no wet fuse. As soon as you light it, boom! And that's where I would be. And I'm like, man, I can't let the stress overtake me. I can't let it do it. But I have to have that moment where I'm sitting there and understanding, like, these are the reasons why. And that's maybe what y'all need to do for yourselves. If you really thinking that stress will get you there, or you're at that point, sit there and think about why. Go to bed if you can. Come up with a plan the next day and execute it. You know, right now, I'm making this late. This is supposed to be for Tuesday's Thoughts. And I couldn't make it for Tuesday's Thoughts because I was so angry. I'm trying not to curse because, trust me, I'll be throwing all types of curse words and all of that stuff just to get you to understand where my mindset is. I try to make positive videos. I always try to focus on certain things, but I don't care right now. I don't. Because it's like, who be caring about me? But I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to understand that this is what it is. I've been so stressed out, my youngster was crying to her mother. Talking about, Daddy doesn't smile no more. And that sucks. You know, it sucks to see your child worry about you like that. You know, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta tighten up because I'm letting it filter too much and flow to where my youngster can see it. That's not okay. But the reality is this. Things happen in adults' lives to where sometimes they can't hide it no more. I saw this video where this guy was thinking about all of these things, and it showed over his head. It was bills, want to go on vacation, spend more time with his kids, do all of these things, but he's got to work more. Well, he's working too much, so that's bothering him because he knows he's got to work in order to provide, but him trying to provide is now taking him away from being around his kids. And then somebody said, well, how you doing? And he was like, I'm good. And that's what people don't get. I see all the time online, oh, I need a 6-figure man. I need this. I need that. He got to be able to provide for me. And when men ask, well, what do you bring to the table? And the reason men say they don't need monetary, because if they're going to be working and providing and doing all of these things, what are you offering them that's going to make them peaceable to where they can continue to want to do this? Run this race until they die. Because let's be honest, if a woman gets a good man, a hardworking man, a provider, a protector, all of these things, she's got to give him something to make him want to do that. If a woman is smart and she gets a good guy, that man is willing to work until his dying day. All she's got to do is do the things that he asks. And I guarantee you the list ain't long. You see what I'm saying? Men don't need a lot. Why? Because we need to be able to function and get all of this stuff done. When you have so many requirements, the requirements become so hefty that person can't do them. They get stressed out. That's why men's stuff is minuscule. You know what I mean? And when you're dealing with stress, the last thing you need is more stress. Like I said, today is just a bad day for me. But tomorrow, I will have a plan. I will make other videos that I'll be laughing in and things like that. But today, it's a rough day. And I don't wish this on nobody. This is why we got to teach our men when they're younger. A list of things. Hey, man, when you're working early, don't blow your money. Yeah, I understand you want to have fun. I understand you want to do that. But keep a budget for yourself. Be disciplined. Do all of these things. And do not put your credit at risk for anybody. Because if you don't have the money to catch these individuals when they fall, you're not going to be able to do anything except put yourself in a stress level that can actually end your life. I'm telling you, them headaches have been bad. Oh, let me go tell you, I don't even like taking pills unless it's like vitamins like sea moss or something like that. I don't like taking Advil, Tylenol, whatever headache medicines you can find at the store. I don't like taking them. But I've been debating about it now because how bad the headaches have been. But I know when I laugh, they go away, so I know it's stress. And truth be told, everybody, you need to, when you're really dealing with them stress factors and you believe that there's no way out of it, sit down and write it out. Put a time frame on it. Figure out how quick it is to get rid of it. If it's something that can be able to get rid of, whatever it is, figure it out. I know I've been talking a long time, but I just wanted to get this stuff out because trust me, all of us are stressing about something. You are not alone. It's just that right now, I'm telling you, my anger is through the roof, but do not let the stress overwhelm you to the point where it will end you, because I'm telling you, stress will break you down. I'll even tell you this part before I'm done. I'm stressed out, had all of this stuff. I get my hospital bill. I looked at it and I was like, well, this is another thing to make me stress. That's it. It was just another stress factor that I probably could have avoided multiple times over if I had wrote down plans, stayed disciplined, and followed them. Now, I'm getting more disciplined. I'm starting to see things for what it is. I'm starting to see how things develop. you know, I had a plan. The plan got messed up, so now I'm having to revise it. But today I just wanted to vent. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments section, and be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody. Peace.